single elimination. It's best of 3, but single elimination. So Tenstar now on BBL's map pick. They need to have a strong defense. And you can see it's just going to be the Killjoy over on that C site to try and stop. But everybody from BBL moving in as a group, as a unit here to just push onto the site. This is going to be a retake scenario.
Yeah, and already going to find one out from Tenstar, but still giving over the site, so are going to have to play a post plant, even if they do have numbers advantage. And I'm curious to see Elite here and how many members he runs into. Does have information now with the Prowler coming out.
Luckily, nobody else pushes in. Buld finds one there, has to back away. Turko trying to get them, does get the one. Buld finds another. 3v1 Brave, going to go down here, and a solid start here. Tenstar, great.
Yeah, going to go for the force. You can see BBL surround positioning towards this play on A. Right fault line comes out, potentially set up for a push to come on through, but it's actually going to be Cutioner looking for the lurk. Maybe able to find an opening pick, but with Alarm Bot out, you would assume Tenstar aren't going to fall for it.
Be able to find it, but now Filu does start things off well once again for Tenstar. Now the execute comes on through, but actually holding off. Just sticking around in Garage for now. They don't want to go too far when they don't have everyone in position. Aslan moving forwards. It's going to be a flashpoint just to try and buy time, but the rotation's not really coming through at this moment. There we go, 1 for 1 there. krytyq getting the answer. 3v4 now, and once again, Tenstar holding on in this defense.
And it looks like they're finally going to start rotating potentially over towards A. Cutioner's just been chilling here the whole time. There's an alarm bot there that will spot him out. Seems like he was hoping maybe someone on Tenstar would go for an aggressive pick. When we saw how aggressive of a push they went for in that pistol.
Yeah.
But this time around, they're not.
And I like that. Keeping it fresh, right? Because, I mean, they were talking about it on the desk as well. BBL, very aggressive attack rounds across the course of that first map. We did see a couple of slow defaults, but generally speaking, it was pretty quick executes. Nice to see them changing things up and keeping Tenstar on their toes here. Spike will go down. Got Astra in heaven. Killjoy arriving on the scene as well. Tenstar need to wait. Make sure that they use the man advantage they've got.
We're going to see now what Tenstar are able to do. Heck, actually, look where Cutioner's rotating. If they can buy time, but it doesn't look like it with that pick coming out. And I mean, krytyq's going to get 2. Cutioner not going to be able to get there fast enough. And right, that could have been the difference maker. We saw what happened when a flank.
I thought he was going to make miracles happen for a second there. I saw the first headshot and then he flicked onto the second player. Wasn't quite enough though. If that's a Vandal, that might be a round win.
I mean, heck, we saw what Filu was able to do when he came from the flank in the last round. Playing a lot of defaults, right? Kind of looking for those duels around the map. This time looks like a full commit coming towards A, already pushing up through sewer.
Yeah, already on towards A side. Fairly slow one for the time being. Nice little headshot there. Maniek turns it into a kill. Again, Tenstar start with an advantage. And obviously they're against pistols here, so you should hope that these SMGs will make short work of the enemy players. But Aslan, with headshots like that, you can make a round happen. krytyq finds the answer though. It does mean now 3v4 as they try and move in, but Maniek still has this Spectre, still taking names, and kacpi finishes it off with a Marshall.
So finally, BBL should be able to get some guns and look for something a bit better in the next round. Even ignoring what we've seen from the economy so far, we hit on 4 Tenstar, right? Their comp definitely a lot more defensive-sided coming out with this Astra and the Killjoy and what you are able to set up with some of your utility going online. BBL playing the much more standard composition that pretty much every team plays on this map, but wasn't enough in this round. And I mean, heck, again, just good setup coming out from the side of Tenstar. They read the A hit coming out. You get the one-way smoke coming out from the Astra, and Maniac just in the right position to find the opening picks.
Certainly were. BBL, though, they've got rifles. They've got potential to make something happen, and especially when Cutioner finds headshots like that, it certainly feels possible. And remember, they are essentially against a bonus round here. It's a delayed bonus because of how round 2 went, but ultimately BBL playing with the advantage.
And both teams kind of playing ringer on the rosy. BBL just going to push right past. So for the side of Tenstar, maybe something sneaky going to be able to happen with no Killjoy up. I mean, all this utility not going to do anything, and they're just going to be able to make their way onto the A site.
Yeah, I mean, it's just open wide. Everyone can just stroll on in, get that spike down, and now you see the rotations over from Tenstar. I mean, Tenstar, they're kind of rotating on the wrong side of the map. There was 3 players basically on the attacking side there, but shifting over. Now we need to see how the retake will happen from Tenstar. Once again, another round that's going to be really critical in how they're going to play out the rest of this series.
And surprisingly, not going for anything just yet. Maybe waiting to see if any members of BBL are just going to be rotating around. I mean, they don't really have any guns that they should want to save and play with. Only a 4v5 on board right now, but being incredibly patient.
Teleport's ready.
Are they really not going to go for a retake at all? That's what it feels like. Maybe just looking for exit frags at this point. But now it'll be BBL moving forwards. Remember, they've got rifles, so in these aim duels for exit frags, they don't have an advantage, but kacpi does find one headshot, takes a rifle out of play. Brave answers it. Aftershock comes on through. 2 players do die to the spike. Brave trade. We'll see.
Munchables,
It does look the same.
Your League of Legends is showing.
Nightfall's not a League of Legends ability. It's Fade's ability.
I know. But the mistake.
I did make a mistake. I'm sorry, everyone.
As, Tenstar actually finally changed their defensive setup, right? It's been Maniac playing towards A, but all of his utility going to be on B this time around as he waits in garage. Astrastar there as well. Could set up 4 nice plays. The hit's going to come out from BBL.
Yeah, no players, but a ton of utility on that B site. They're trying to make their way in through the door. And now, defender lockdown comes through. Spike, not planted just yet, and it looks like it won't be for the time being. But the lockdown did actually get destroyed, so I feel like B control is taken now. BBL playing to defend.
Oh, actually going to come out. Both reach ultimate's going to go in opposite direction, so it does allow for BBL.
Everyone on the map stunned.
BBL is able to get the plant off, but look at the location of Elite. Waiting, we'll be able to spot out Maniac once he does go through, but actually playing just so passively.
Playstorm in play from kacpi. Let's see if we can find those headshots. It's going to be crucial, but won't do it. Qtioner with 2.
Much confidence in that one. It looks like this time, once again, angling towards a long, but this Astrastar going to prevent them from going any further. And look at the stat coming out from Tenstar on C. If Qtioner goes for this peak to try and look for a duel, it's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, we've seen him do it before. We saw in map 1, he was happily just dry peeking. And he was getting trades. He was going 1-for-1. We'll see if BBL can find those kind of opportunities once again. 1-for-1, usually worth it on the attacking side. Here we go, the team moving forward through garage. Now Buld on the scene. It's a trade 1-for-1 as krytyq goes down to the explosion there. Brave finding yet another kill for himself. Brave has been on point so far this game, actually. I feel like he's consistently traded. Buld, what was that?
Absolutely insane for BBL all lining up, setting this one up, but still playing immaculately. Immaculately gets through with the play.
As he flicks away.
The last one was absolutely amazing coming out from him, and now going to have the Cosmic Divide on the Force, Nightfall coming out, so I mean, heck, Qtioner going to need to try and find some kind of pick here, but no, BBL actually just going to go for a fast hit towards B. Not BC, I'm sorry, is
yeah,
will be fended off.
Maniac gets one, but Brave once again on the scene. It's 2-for-1 so far. BBL getting the spike down, and I think realizing, look, playing slow ain't working for us. Let's go in. Let's make this round happen.
Yeah, and for BBL, you saw they didn't even care that the Nightfall came out to try to stop their push. Ooh, Qtioner, I mean, with the first shot, but still able to come out with the pick in the end. Now sitting at a 4v2 for the side of BBL, so going to be able to get another round back on the board.
And I'm glad that I'm being proven wrong here. I was saying, you know, it was starting to look like BBL were just getting momentum and we're going to be unstoppable. It doesn't feel like that. It does feel like these rounds are a bit more competitive for Tenstar, but BBL do have control. We'll be able to get this round. We'll be able to even things up. 4-3, though. This is a much more exciting game than what we had in game number 1. This is feeling closer.
Teams and the enemy's map picks.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's working.
You wouldn't believe it, would you?
I mean, heck, right, the desk was questioning, like, hey, this...
And we were like, hey, Brave and Elite, these fresh, young, new players, exciting. Game number 1, they weren't really the stars. Brave, though, has been on point in these trades, consistently finding 1 or 2 kills in the messy scraps. But now, over towards A once again from BBL.
This time around going much slower. Only 1 member of Tenstar is on site, but BBL not wanting to overcommit, so is allowing for the rotate to come through. And now, I mean, heck, with these Astrastars going down, should be able to delay the push long enough for them to get some good positioning.
Yeah, stun comes on through as well, but everybody moves in, and Aslan just takes things into his own hands. kacpi answers with 1. It's a nice little headshot, but now overwhelmed as Turko finds another. It's a flank coming out from Maniac. Buld on the other side. This pincer maneuver, could it be enough for Tenstar? They would love to get another round on the board, but BBL look like they're in control. This Cosmic Divide proving maybe beneficial for Maniek as he finds a way to get in, but QutionerX shuts him down, and now Buld against the world. 1v4, needs to find heads, but won't be able to do it. Pretty much a write-off for Tenstar. You can see a little bit of expenditure. You got a shotgun, you got an SMG in there as well, but ultimately, not going to be too much, unless they can find some kind of miracle and find a rifle. But realistically, you expect BBL to just play as a unit here, use those Vandals, use that advantage, especially at long range, to be able to find themselves around.
I mean, especially when you have Tenstar, like you said, with things like the Stinger and the Bucky coming out, one of those close range picks, but they're just going to send it down C-Long and hope something sticks.
Yeah, the shot could just blast it into the smoke, praying for a hit. Doesn't come true. It's a nice little headshot from Kacpi, though. Can he find any more? Got an updraft, got a cloudburst. We'll see what he can do with those tools. Rendezvous available for QutionerX. Brave finding yet another headshot, trying to move in. Filu gets one, but it ain't going to be enough. BBL with a 50.
Anyway, sitting on the Vandal, and you can see them wanting to make this play towards A. Fast play coming out. But already denied. Already denied.
I mean, that looked a lot like my raise, I'm going to be totally honest, as kind of face plants. But, you know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. Got stunned.
Great C's coming out from Filu, right? To be able to shut that play down. So not going to be able to find as much value as we thought. Do still have the Rolling Thunder online and still angling for it. But they're going to look for the play.
Certainly are. The aftershock going to slow things down here, but QutionerX just walks onto the site. QutionerX, maybe the bravest player in the tournament so far. Granted, we've only seen 10. But no fear whatsoever when it comes on to just making his way into these positions. Spike goes down. QutionerX gets a blind kill through the smoke as well. And now the retake for Tenstar. 4v5, but they've got to make some kind of miracle happen. They need it right now. They need to keep this game competitive.
I mean, heck, they still have a lot of utility online, right? Fault line just coming out from krytyq now, so they're trying to find an entryway onto site, but so many different angles that BBL have. 1 for 1 so far, but Tenstar actually making it happen.
Yeah, Elite does find one as well. It's 1v1. BBL trying to escape. Oh, the off angle, the smoke still there, but now an Elite. Very nicely played. Jumps up on top of the pillar.
A lot of pressure on his shoulders, but able to make it work.
Yeah, and crucially, didn't have that great of a game in game number 1. Has had a very quiet game so far.
Yes.
Here in game number 2. He's only on 4 kills in total over the course of the 10 rounds. But then when that moment comes, stepping up, despite, like you say, the pressure on his shoulders, despite being a young player. So good to see there from Elite to clutch that round out. Now BBL once again going towards this A side. They really like the A plays.
But I mean, look at the members of 10. I mean, Buld sitting here looking for the cheeky pick, isn't able to find it. You have 2 members aggressively looking to flank. They know since they're on the eco, they need to find something cheeky. They need to be a little bit surprising. But BBL going to get back on the site once again, like you just hit on. And we talked about how the retake for Tenstar in this competition can be very hard.
Well, we said we wanted Elite to step up. It's step up. He has 2. Nice headshots there. The Blade Storm just taken out of the equation. QutionerX with another. Filu finding a nice little headshot. It's something. But it ain't going to be enough to get around, I fear. Unless we get some kind of insane, miraculous play with this Sheriff. Needs to find more headshots for Turko. Takes them out. 4-7 now.
But honestly, for the past few rounds, they pretty much just fast rush on the side. QutionerX does it again, and that's how they've been making it work. And Tenstar haven't been able to stop these fast plays.
Yeah, Kacpi just legging it up long and just gets absolutely railed. Defender Killjoy gonna go for the lockdown, but Aslan once again, the man doesn't miss. The man does not miss. Maniek gets 1 or 2 Elite, but immediately traded by Brave. And I feel like that has become Brave's role within this team, is find those trades, and he gets it every time.
Okay, well, lockdown going to be able to do something to set Buld up for a kill, but with a 1v3, it would be so hard for Buld to make something happen. But I feel like that site, it was just another great example of Nightball comes out, BBL says, we just don't care, we've already found our opening pick, and they hit the site anyway. And that's where we really see Tenstar struggle with being able to find a way back onto site.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like BBL coming out of this series, their new motto is 1v1 me, bro. That is exactly the nature of this kind of play. And then immediately the rest of the team barrels on in looking for the trades. Buld, though, we did see the clutch from him earlier. Remember, this was the player that... Okay. Well, I tried to build the hype up a little bit there, but...
It's like the Killjoy being in their composition, but this time around, looks like they're going to be the one looking for some fast information towards B.
Yeah, I'm just going straight towards the middle of the map. Can see QutionerX going for a very long flank as Brave finds one headshot to start it off. Answered by krytyq though, but Brave wants to get trading, gets 3. And, well, we said we wanted Brave to step up and show us what he's made of. He is destroying in this map right now. And suddenly Tenstar looking down the barrel of a 9th round loss here. A flank coming out from Buld as Maniek goes all the way around the site. Spike's still not down, but, you know, the defenders have it covered from 4 different angles.
Yeah, I mean, Tenstar, you're hoping you can isolate some duels to try to find a way back into the round, but if BBL play it right, they don't let that happen. They have the crosses set up, and should be pretty much impossible for this to come out as, okay, opening pick coming out from Maniek.
I like that. Cast the curses so we get a bit more of an exciting game. It's 1 pick for Maniek. And it's a second pick. But
no,
this is the thing.
No way they could do it, Munchables. We just keep cursing.
there's no way they come back from this. But BBL, this is a team that wants to take what he wants. Yeah. Well, that's exactly how you're going to win a 2v4.
Exactly. That's what we just hit on, right? I mean, for the side of Tenstar, they wanted to isolate the duels, and sadly, BBL giving them exactly that. So now Tenstar going to find a plant over towards A. You're going to hope that Brave waits for QutionerX to group up to try to find a way onto site. Now we're going to see what they're able to do. I mean, really no utility left on either side. I mean, alarm bot for Killjoy doesn't feel like it's going to do too much now. The spike's already down. Fault line is up for Brave if they want to try and look for an opening peak. But for the players of Tenstar, they're just playing so far back, waiting for the tap of the spike to come out.
Yeah. Oh, a cheeky little headshot there from Buld, holding on and taking a second one. I mean, you said it was impossible, but they've made the impossible possible, Lyric.
Should be set up for them to succeed as this time around stacking towards that A site.
Mainshell's going to go out just to try and delay any kind of push. Can see, like you said, stacking on the A side. QutionerX though. Man, a cheeky little headshot. Let's kick that round off. Prowler comes in. Just going to rendezvous away. kacpi, first one on point here, trying to move on forwards, but the whole team basically rotating over aside from a singular player here for BBL. But Turko's down, 4v4 now, as it's kacpi on the scene with Philu. And it's looking like this should be another one for Tenstar, as they rightly should, right? They've got the guns, kind of needed to get this round. Off the back of that pistol now, looking like they should rack a few.
I mean, yeah, for elite now, you're just going to look for something, see if you could find one pick, kind of hurt the economy a little bit, but not really too much you could do. For the side of Tenstar, able to go with the fast hit through a long is elite.
I got a little dicey, as Buld will finish it off.
He did his job, right? Found the pick. And heavy stack towards A. BBL, maybe they'll look for an aggressive push of their own from the defense side.
I feel like heavy stack towards A has been a sentence we've had to say a lot in this game. That seems to be the nature of it. But in through B here, and it's a fast play. Brave behind enemy lines, just spraying on through the smoke, and it's a crossfire through the smoke. With QutionerX and Elite finding a headshot onto kacpi. And Elite finding yet another one as well. C is the call here. Buld will be able to get the spike down, but I mean, this round is all but over. It's a formality at this stage as Elite finds yet another headshot for himself, and QutionerX getting Buld while the weapon's not in hand.
And it seemed like Tenstar wanted to go for something cheeky, pushing their way through B and making their way towards Garage. But like you said, I mean, the crossfire was set up from the side of BBL.
Pro 2 against Guild. It felt like a bit of a flop from the team. Now it feels like they've had a bit of time to pull themselves together, and they are looking good. If they could get this 10th round, they'd be looking like they might get a win here today.
And heck, you hit on it. Aslan has wanted to take these opening duels so many times. Yeah. This time around, kacpi able to come out ahead. Still, though, for the side of 10, kind of playing default, looking for opportunities around the map, aren't going to find it. QutionerX going to be given an opportunity, and BBL going to say thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Aslan willing to take the trades. QutionerX is as well happy to just go for a wide peek and try and find an aim duel. But everybody at the bottom of A main here, from both sides, is QutionerX sneaking on up. He's going to find a player. This is the shot, though. Gives information away, but finally gets that second headshot. Turko finding another one as well, and suddenly for the 2, a stun onto krytyq as well. An aftershock in there. kacpi behind him, but Brave finds the headshot. Brave finds the second kill, and BBL get able
to make it work.
And you know, the criticism from the desk on the lack of raise in this composition from Tenstar, and the fact that this fade came out anyway from Philu. Philu, one of the star players really for Tenstar in the first game in that first map, but unfortunately not really able to make this fade work.
And I mean, heck, it's no secret, right? We came in, Lothar introduced us as the League of Legends guys. Coming in, like, prepping for this game, looking at maps. Haven was kind of like the one map that it feels like you just see the same comp run so often, not too many adjustments. Like, sure, you can see the Killjoy come out for Chamber. I remember Optic, I believe, did that at Champions. Like, some Jet comes out from a lot of the APAC teams, but typically it is what BBL run is the stock and standard on Haven.
Yeah, and, you know, stock and standard for a reason. It works. Brave going up to heaven here. kacpi has that Blade Storm. This is obviously an eco, Tenstar. If they could find a round like this, it would be that magic that we were talking about before. kacpi topping the table here as Maniac just finds 2 random headshots onto Elite Turko. It's beautiful play as he's on the flank here. Paint shots go out. Filu surely has to leave the corner, but actually, nope, just gonna die in the corner. I thought he could maybe survive that one as in comes Aslan, finding a headshot there and finding a way into the site. This Blade Storm has to be massive as the reload comes on through. Questioner and Brave finding their kills, and Questioner finishing the round.
And again, the lockdown.
Wait till they have time.
Oh.
They didn't have time. 2 of them go down. That's 2 more rifles gone.
Yeah.
Crucially, getting that 7th round, getting themselves rifles here for this next one. BBL, they thought that they had that. They thought that that was going to be a round in pocket. I thought that they had that, to be honest. Flash comes on through, force them away. The rendezvous comes out. And now all kinds of CC coming in onto kacpi. Has to back away from Garage. And we'll see where Tenstar choose to hit. It looks like it'll be C for the time being, but there's still time to rotate. Rotate they might just do.
Questioner able to find the pick. Maniac whiffing with the opening shots. Definitely don't want to walk into that chamber when the Tour de Force is online. And now they're going to angle towards B, which I feel like we've seen this not work from Tenstar at all because Breach able to get so much utility out from the back of side like we're seeing here.
Just blast them all away. Brave using that Rolling Thunder to hold on to B site. And it feels like Tenstar kind of knock on the door of C's. Oh, Questioner's behind enemy lines! Questioner taking heads off. Does get shut down by krytyq in the end. The coach stepping up here for Tenstar. But, I mean, the damage is already done. The damage is already done.
The 3K was beautiful. Secret agent Questioner coming out to make this happen. Left. And now they have no time. It's kind of angled towards B, but Brave still here. Actually, pretty much every member of BBL is here. Man. As Aslan able to find the last 2 pick on.
They can just get this 1 extra round.
You're going to be able to get through Garage with that haunt, and no one's here.
Rolling Thunder comes in elite with a very nice little headshot to start this one off. And Brave gets 1 as well. 2 for 1. And Questioner comes on in. Spike is down, and that's the most important thing here for Tenstar. Maniac at least getting 1 answer here. 3v2, 3v1. It's all but over as Brave finds the last one. It is going to be a round for BBL, but hey, I've got the spike down.
And honestly, that was a round where, I mean, Tenstar had a nice set play in mind. Go through Garage, Prowler comes out. No one's really on site. I feel like that was one of the rounds where, I mean, the econ difference did just come into play with the fact that BBL did have those guns because...
Whereas BBL off of that hiatus. Feels like BBL. You know, this is a team that's going into VCT. This is a team that you have high expectations of, and they are living up to those expectations here in their first game of the tournament.
Oh, and I love how fast Tenstar actually going with this play. Fault line straight into kacpi, jumping in to find the opening pick. So, gonna try and find something this time around. And feel even with the Nightfall online, BBL though, they're stopping the push.
Turko and Questioner on the scene, 2 each here. 1 player remaining. Filu has to do it, and he can't. Elite takes it in the end. And that will be BBL making their way forward towards the quarterfinals.